Welcome everyone, thank you for coming. This is the 5th induction ceremony of the LeRoy Oatka Knights Sports Hall of Fame. To get things started, I see many of our prior inductees out here. If you could all stand up so we could acknowledge your presence and thank you for being members of the Hall. Thank you for attending and indulging us after we had to cancel our ceremony scheduled for a year ago. We appreciate your patience. We want to thank our sponsor for all their generosity, Clark Patterson Lee, the foremost civil engineering firm in Western New York. They generously supported this organization and we appreciate it. I want to especially call out Rick Henry. Rick is a resident of LeRoy. He is the president of CPL. He's lived here in LeRoy for a couple of decades. He's raised a family here. He has 2 sons who are great athletes, and his wife has supported the Sports Boosters and the LeRoy Knights, Inc. for many years, so we appreciate their contributions. We want to thank the Board of Education for allowing us to use this great facility. I want to single out the Board of Education for their support, particularly its president, my lovely wife Jackie, who's here. Superintendent Merritt is here to present the Bill Campbell Award. He'll be coming up stage any moment now. But Merritt has been a great advocate for our group, and we appreciate his support. We have many of our board members here. I want to single them out. Athletic Director James Clark will be over presenting awards to members of teams who are being inducted today. And he was very instrumental in making sure that this facility was available this morning. We have a lot of our board members here, virtually all of them. Ron Rossi. Ron is our ears on the street. If it's not being talked about at Rossi's Barber Shop, it's not relevant. Steve Samus is here. Steve is our workhorse. He gets all our certificates together. He puts together the slideshow and the music presentation. Quentin Call is here. He's a member of the class of 2018, fine athlete. Brian Moran is here, our retired athletic director. He's going to discuss the football team that's being inducted this morning. Dan Horgan has recently joined the board. He's been very instrumental in all our work. He made a run to Batavia today to get some late arriving certificates for various inductees. Jeff Strollo is here. Jeff greeted many of you as you came in. Jeff's a father of a couple of great athletes, and his lovely daughter assisted him at the gate this morning. We want to give special notice for Mike Welch today. Mike Welch has been on the board since its inception, and Mike is now retiring from the practice of law after 48 distinguished years. Ed Henry is a vital cog in our organization. He does a lot of social media work and video work, and he's here today. He's taping the ceremony, and he'll be also taking a lot of still photos. He does a great job for us. Terry Starowitz is our CPA. She selflessly prepares all of our 501c3 documents each year that keeps us a bona fide, legitimate charitable organization. And finally, we have our own James Rogers, who's not only a founding member of the Hall of Fame, he's going to be justifiably and belatedly inducted into our Hall of Fame today. And Jim has a group of friends that spans decades. I see many members of the class here. He has strong affiliations with all the colleges he worked with. There's a big contingent here from Columbia, and we really enjoyed meeting them and spending time with them last night. Another big contingent from Eastern Illinois, and the men from Eastern Illinois love Jim, and they came from all over the country to be here. You're going to hear today from Lee McGriff, who is also a former colleague of Jim's. Lee is the voice of the University of Florida Gators, and he'll be saying some comments about Jim later. Brockport State has a huge place in Jim's heart and background. I know there are many of his teammates from Brockport here too, so we welcome you all, and we thank you all for coming. I'm going to turn the microphone now over to Superintendent Holly, who will present the William J. Campbell Award, a distinguished alum of Columbia University, former coach of the football team, and a major benefactor of this organization. Thank you all for coming.
All right, welcome everybody. It's so good for us to see people out in our seats without masks going. So again, it's exciting for us to host here today. I want to say congratulations to our inductees and also to our teams that are going today. It's such a great honor to be recognized and be able to live in the Lord and out in the hallways here at LeRoy Central School. I do have some quick thank yous this morning. He won't give himself any credit. He thanked everybody else on the committee, but Reid has been spearheading a lot of the research behind this. He's in the district office going through yearbooks, spending time going through that. So Reid, thank you for what you've done along with Jim to keep this event going even through COVID. So Reid, thank you for your end. You're welcome. And it was a good touch to thank your wife on there too. Good move on that. That was smart. No fool here, right? That's good. Before I announce this year's winner of the William V. Campbell Award, I do want to take some time to recognize Bill's teammates that are here and former players from Columbia. So if you are here today from Columbia as a teammate of Bill or as a player, please stand up to be recognized here today. I do have the distinct honor today to present the William F. Campbell Award for this year's Hall of Fame ceremony, and it was an easy choice. We are proud to share with you today the accomplishments both on and off the field for 2019 graduate Reid Tresco. Reid was a three-sport athlete, and one of the things we pride ourselves here in LeRoy is pushing our student athletes to not specialize, but to be part of all three sports seasons, and Reid fits that category. Reid, with his 4 years on varsity football, 56 career receptions, 13 offensive touchdowns, 1 rushing, obviously 12 receiving, 3 defensive touchdowns, 5 career interceptions, and he was 41 of 56 on extra point attempts. So just a great career in a sense for football. He was a 4-year varsity basketball player, scored 711 career points. And I was on the flip side of this as high school principal of a school down Route 5 that we won't name that has maroon and white colors on there at the time. But as a freshman, I remember the shot from the corner to win the game by Reid against that rival school. He averaged 17 points, 18 rebounds in his senior year. He was also a 3-year starter on varsity baseball at first base. He was a 2017 Livingston County All-Star and Rookie of the Year. In that same season of 2017, he had a .432 batting average, 32 hits, 12 stolen bases. When Reid gets up here at 6'3", 4", you're going to see to be doing the things he does at his size and speed is pretty amazing. Probably the highlight of that season was him having the game-winning RBI. It was a double in the 8th inning against Geneseo to secure the Section 5 baseball title that year for the Knights. In 2018, he batted .470, 31 hits, 18 RBIs. He was an honorable mention for the LCAA. In 2019, his senior year, he batted .347, 26 hits, led his team to another Section 5 baseball title. And then probably one of the most epic games in recent history for baseball, we go into Dwyer Stadium and defeat Batavia in that big crossover game to then go on to play Medina in the state tournament finals. When you take a look at Reese's 2017, 18, and 19 sectional tournament run for baseball, when you look at when it counts, and if you lose, you go home, Reese carried his team. So during those 3 years, he was a combined 23 of 38. He batted .605 during those sectional years. The 7 RBIs, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and again, has 2 sectional patches to show for himself. You know, what doesn't show up on the stat sheet, I gave you a bunch of stats. What's pretty amazing is that if you were an opposing team or coach, you had a game plan for Reese. And watching, again, down the road and then here for 3 years as superintendent, Reese faced a ton of double teams and a ton of teams, you know, scheming for him. Again, all of those are outstanding stats. When we talk about student athlete, Reese fits the bill on that also. As a student athlete, nobody got this better than Reese. He had a 94.47 average. He took AP courses, ACE courses, and challenged himself in the classroom. With that education here, you're not surprised that Reese started out at St. Bonaventure and will be transferring this fall to Clemson for accounting and finance. It's my honor and privilege to congratulate Reese Tresco, the recipient of the William V. Campbell Award this year. Reese, please come forward.